Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back inside the lovely Build Barn. My name is Matt, and this is Mrs. Zoe. Do you want to say hello? Hello, pretty girl. Today we are going to be installing the best, the baddest exhaust system on my 991.2 GT3 RS, and I am pumped. So here we have one of the boxes from our lovely friends at Dundon Motorsports. So we're gonna go get the car, we're gonna put it up on the lift, we're gonna let it cool down, and we are gonna rip into that box and show you guys exactly what's inside. There we have it on the lift. What we're gonna do quickly is we're gonna pop off this big under tray to be able to let the car breathe and cool down, and then I'm going to show you the goods. Ouch! Even those are hot. Ta-da! And just like that, with a couple bolts, you can see the entire underside of the car, the engine, the exhaust system that we're all going to take out and replace. It's fairly simple when you lift the car up to access all this stuff, which I love. Careful. This is the good stuff. Long tube headers. Side mufflers. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the full Dundon Motorsports exhaust kit for the GT3 RS. And yes, I realize that this sun is extremely annoying, but I want to get this done before I go to supper because I want to take this and I want it to be loud. So I was very fortunate. This is the Dundon Motorsports, I don't know if you can see there, loud back box with the black tips. The side muffler deletes, so big side mufflers on the car right now. This bypasses the whole thing with the valves, so you retain the factory valves. In the back box, 200 cell sport cats and the all important long tube headers. This is what makes the car scream. I think they're twice as long as the headers that are on the car currently, and it makes it a little bit more high pitched. The sound that comes out of them is amazing. I can't wait to hear it. The kit obviously comes with all the V-bands, clamps, gaskets, everything you could need. We've dealt with Dundon a bunch of times in the past. I think this is my third or fourth kit that I install on a GT3. The fitment is always on point. I can't wait to rip into this. The only thing that does not come with a kit that is very important is head gaskets. Now these are Porsche OEM head gaskets. I think both of them, they were around 200 bucks. If you're gonna do this, order them in advance, change them out. It's 200 bucks. Your exhaust could leak, anything like that. It's just so much easier to change them out. That peace of mind, highly suggested. Now you can see these two O2 sensors back here. They're pretty tricky to get at, especially this one here. You can't really get a wrench or anything on it. So I have found that if you buy this, so this is a 22 millimeter kind of open-ended socket with a gap in the middle, so you can slide it directly over the O2 bung there, and you can get at it and torque it with a regular socket. Just like that. I was able to get this second O2 bung out. If you follow it all the way up there, you'll see about halfway up there's a little clip that you can just undo that you'll be able to snap back into place. I would show you, but I don't think the camera is that good. Now, hopefully this does not fall onto my face. It shouldn't be that heavy. This is why taking it off in one piece is easier, but hey, there we go. Now, once I take these two bolts off, this whole thing should want to come down. This is where the second set of hands comes very handy. Ouch. Beautiful. So here you guys can really see the difference in the header length. This is the stock length here, and look how much longer these ones are. The long tube headers, they're gonna sound amazing. The cats are relatively the same, but the big difference, here you have headers that go into the cats, that go into the side mufflers, that go into the mufflers. We are getting rid of that entire silencer. All right, so headers first. These are very tricky to put on. You can kind of move them and shape them to where they're supposed to be, and then just kind of test fit them and see how close you can get. That's way off here, here. Oh, oh my. Now the other side, I had to fight with it for about 10 minutes off camera to put on, but this one slid right in.
That's what she said.
Now, I already have my V-band clamp on here, and the gasket is positioned on top of the header, so I will carefully slide this into position, close to there, and I will. This is where a second person really comes in handy. All right, so we have our headers onto our cats now. Turns out that this bracket here that I had put on, or I should say this bracket here that I had put on before the cat, you're better leaving that off until you put the cat on, because the cat actually mounts up on the back of the bracket and not the front, so it just gives you a little more room to maneuver, put that cat in, and to be able to get that V-band on nice and tight. So we are going to throw on the two O2 sensors, and then we're going to move on to the back box. All right, so we're gonna thread this back in. When we took it out, it was hard to take it out without crossing it to where you were almost going to pinch this wire that's inside. So we're actually going to, we're gonna thread it in this way. So we are gonna spin it a bunch of times counterclockwise. That way, when we do find the right torque on this, it should be close to zero strain on the cable. All right, so now we have the valves that go into the back box like so. They're held on with these two kind of gasket rings. You can see this one, it's not the same shape, so there's a different shape. That one goes on the bottom here, and the same with the different shape here goes on the top. So we're gonna slide those here and here. And then we're going to slide these donut gaskets onto the corresponding exhausts, about the same size. Then we are going to try and line this up. Now this isn't always easy. There's only one way that this does go. There. Two. Beautiful. So it's a lot easier to put this on before you put it on the car, or else you kind of have to shimmy the muffler side to side to get it through both pipes. And just a reminder that these little side mufflers with no cats or no mufflers or anything replaced these big things here. So it could be just a little louder. Woo-hoo. In hindsight, I should have put this on before. Bingo. No bingo. Come on. Oh. Bingo. Now these clamps here are what hold the back box to the brackets down here. Now these are pretty hard to get on if you try and just put the bolt in and clamp them in. So the trick to these is if you put them on the side here where the side pipes are, you can get the bolt started. You can get it started in a couple of threads and you can just kind of slide it back there and onto its position instead of having to fumble. There. All right, guys, so let me show you where we are at. So under the car here, I like to work my way back when I do stuff like this. So I started from the headers. We torqued those down to its 22 foot-pounds, 30 newton meters. Worked our way up to the V-band up there. O2 sensors up here are all torqued down. V-band over here, we torqued down all of these bolts. There's 6 on this flange, 6 on the other one. We got the straps on, and the tips are looking, I mean, you can't really, that is dead center. So we're gonna throw the under tray back on the car, and we're gonna drop her down and fire in the hole. Are you ready? I don't think you're ready. Yeah.
Careful.
It's a lot louder just at idle, and you can feel that, you can smell that new exhaust smell, that burning, that hard to describe, but those fresh cats. Love it.
A few moments later.
All right, so cruising along here, you definitely notice a big change. It is louder. It sounds absolutely incredible just cruising around like this. You can actually hear the car, as to before you couldn't really hear it when you were at idle or just cruising along. I think once we get this thing under load, it's gonna be a big difference. Yes, it sounds so good. Oh, the shifts are so crisp. It's almost like the throttle response and everything completely changed. It's very responsive. It's just instantly bang, bang, bang. Unbelievable. sound is addicting. Again, the throttle response and the input is a big change. I think the kit adds, I think it's 35 horsepower maybe, but it's the throttle response and the feel of the car that make the big difference with this kit. And on the highway, cruising speed, you do hear it more than the old one, but it's not too loud. It's not obnoxiously loud. We're on the cruise control here, very manageable. And one of the best things about this system is there is absolutely zero drone. Now the valves when driving, they do work obviously, but it's hard to hear them when you're driving. When you're at idle or stop, that's when you can really hear them. So now they're open currently, and if I close them, there is a difference. You can hear a difference. But what's the fun in having the valves closed? Huh? Guys, I'm gonna leave you on that. I'm gonna go enjoy this bad boy for a little bit. Thank you so much for sticking around. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, next week we will be going hard on the Datsun 240Z, trying to get it back on the road, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.